It's Phineas. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Alright, today we're going to talk about why I avoid people anymore. I just don't find it necessary. I'm not the kind of person who hates being alone. Throughout my life, everybody I've met, they hate to be alone. They jump from relationship to relationship to relationship. They can't be single for 2 weeks, 2 months. It just drives them nuts. They always want to go out and do something. I was never built that way. I and now times are so crazy that you want to keep your circle small. Are people even worth it anymore? And here's what I find. Now, I could be wrong because I could be doing the same thing. When you talk to somebody, it's not a back and forth conversation. They're always talking about themselves, and if you try to insert and have a conversation with them, they don't really want to hear it. They just want to talk about themselves. Now, not everybody, but when I first moved here, like 4 or 5 years ago, to this house, I might have mentioned this before in a different video. I had to have some electrical work, and the guy and his son, they're doing electrical work here, and I got to know him for a little bit, and I could tell he wanted to be my friend, and he was a nice guy. And I was a nice guy back to him because I am a nice person. I'm not trying to be a dickhead to anybody. But I don't have that gear in me. I'm not really want to have a friend because I don't want to go out and do anything. I don't particularly like people, especially at my age. I got a few people I talk to through text, and that's another thing. I can easily just have a text relationship with a couple friends that I've known for many years. I just don't need the human interaction. I don't need it. And I don't know where that stems from. And I'm very much a loner. Like, I love being alone. And I even asked, I talked to my sister about this, and I asked AI the question, is there something wrong with me because I like being alone so much? And I had to put in there, and I don't have depression. Because a lot of people think when you want to be alone and you're in your house all the time and you don't want to socialize, you got to be depressed. I don't have that. I crave being alone. I don't want to be around people. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't enjoy it. And when I do have someone once in a while come to my house or something, and they could be nice people, just fine, I can't wait for them to leave. And not in a mean way. Again, they could be a nice person, but I'm ready to get back to my solitude. I love being alone. There's nothing I love more. And this is not new. Now, I think in my 20s, I had a bunch of acquaintances. So when I think back, drinking buddies and all that kind of stuff. And now thinking now, because I'm 56 now, I can't remember most of their names because it was just a drinking, partying kind of relationship. And through different periods in life, like I can remember a couple good friends in high school. I can remember a couple good friends in my 20s, and maybe a couple more in my 30s, and I have one of those friends or a couple of those friends still to this day, but it's because I'm in a different state than they are now. It's all just text. But that's perfectly fine with me. I don't have that gene. I did meet a person here. I've known her 3 years. We hung out a few times, and the person's a nice person. She's a nurse, nice, perfectly nice person. And she wants to go have lunch sometimes, and I just had to be straight up and say, I just don't want to ever. I don't need to do that. I just want to be at home. And again, it's not depression because I know people have that depression, and that's a serious thing. And I'm not making light of that. I just don't have that, and it's a common misconception is because I love being alone, or people who love to be alone, they're maybe weird, and I could be weird, socially awkward. I probably have that. I mean, I don't know. Just when I'm talking to somebody in public, it's just all about them. And years ago, I would try to conversate back and maybe insert something about me in there, and they don't want to hear that. No, they don't want to really get to know each other, get to know somebody for real. They just want to talk about themselves for the most part, and which is fine. The world's crazy anymore, and it's just the way it is. And yes, so my friend who I've known for 3 years and he was a nurse, we text, and and she's a fine person. We have absolutely nothing in common. We're complete opposites, and she wants to go eat Chinese buffet or go do something, and I just don't want to. I just don't want. Not that I don't like her or anything. She's a nice person, and I'd be perfect. And she don't know I have a YouTube channel, so she won't see this. I'd be perfectly fine never seeing her again. But texting, text buddies, I'm all for. I just don't want to. I'm probably not gonna ever hang out with her again. I just don't want to. And it wasn't romantic like that. It was just friends. But I'm just not looking for that. And my sister's very similar. Now she's a little more outgoing than I do. But I talked to her the other day, and she's becoming more reclusive as she gets older. She's 51 or 52, very close to my age. And she feels the same way. Like, just people aren't worth it. Again, nothing's absolute. There are nice people in the world. I get that. But as far as with me, and tell me if you guys can relate. Or again, I've always been the oddball out. If I meet a significant other, which that's another thing, I don't want a significant other. Like I just don't want it. Like I dipped my toe in a few times, last 4 or 5 years or whatever. I just can't do it. Like because I don't have the time to give. And not that I'm a player. I'm trying to find other women. I don't want any of that. I'm just not interested anymore. I've had relationships. I had a couple marriages, no kids, and it's just not for me because I can't give the time. They always want a ton of time. I want more time, more time, more time. And anytime I do that, or say I'm hanging out with someone once a week, right? Well, I want more time. What are you doing tomorrow? Let's do something Tuesday. What are you doing there? And I'm like, and when the once a week comes, I get that dread. And one person would say that once a week is my favorite day of the week. And inside I'm thinking, it's my least favorite day of the week. Nothing to do with them. That person's a perfectly nice person. I'll even book something that's a couple months out. Come on, let's do something for July. And I'm thinking, okay, fine, because it's so far ahead, right? And then when it gets closer and closer, like, oh no, 4th of July weekend, man, I want to chill at home by myself. I don't want any company. I don't want to go do something. I just want to be by myself. I love being by myself, sincerely. And I know that's in today's society. For what I've seen and come across throughout my life, that's odd. Like a lot of people think you're aloof, or you're being a jerk, or you're antisocial and you hate everybody and you hate life. And I don't like people. I just don't. But I'm nice to people. I just like being alone by myself. I don't really want to meet any new people because they're gonna want a lot more time. I don't want to make friends, have relationships. I'm good. I moved from Florida to Missouri. I've got a few friends that I still talk through text in Florida. One of my friends is a phone call person. For me to pick up that phone and call, I have to be in the mood because I don't like the phone. See, I sound like a jerk, but I am who I am. And that friend recently sent me a message. Call me, I got something to tell you. And I was like, a week ago, and I still haven't called back because I can't. I don't feel like it. And that makes me a crappy friend. I get it. But and then I have the guilt because I haven't called them back, and they're gonna be all upset. And I just want to be by myself. I don't. I just don't. I just like being by myself. People. Here's what I find. Overall, I don't think people are that great. I don't. I think we're all messed up, either by our parents, by our personality. We can have personality disorders. There's so many disorders. We're all screwed up by somebody, and a lot of people are way screwed up. And if you're going, okay, let's say you take the world, America. There's 350 million people in America, something like that, right? Well, if you take politics. Okay, and politics aren't an important part of my life, but I delve into it a little bit, and that automatically splits, and especially nowadays, that splits you in half. So I won't have a lot in common with already 50% of the people because the two sides of politics are complete opposite. There's no now it's gotten so crazy where they're not going to agree on anything. You have some people who don't pay attention to what's going on, or they'll regurgitate what they hear on the news or the mainstream media or whatever. And some people don't read any of that stuff, read or watch any of that stuff at all, which is there's nothing wrong with that. But already there's nothing. 50% is already out. Like it's just what it is. Not on purpose. If I met somebody, I got along great with them. We had different politics. I wouldn't care. But it's so opposite now. What's the point? And then another thing is, everybody has kids and grandkids. That doesn't interest me either. I don't. When someone sends me a picture of their grandkid or something, I don't get it. I'm not. I'm glad they love their grandkid. That's good. I'm not a kid person. I'm more of a dog and cat person. But so and another reason why I can't relate to a lot of people, because all the popular things that everybody does, and not by design. It's just I guess I'm a weird, quirky guy. Social media, I don't get it. I mean, I obviously have a YouTube channel. I never consider that social media, but I did a poll once, and everybody says YouTube is social media. So okay. Besides YouTube, I don't understand social media. I don't get it. I don't get what people do on there. Anytime I read someone's social media, it just gives me ick. Like, oh God, this is so cringy. Like, I don't understand it. I also don't get people are obsessed with their careers and their jobs. I can't relate to that because I think life's a career and job means nothing to me. It takes too much time. We're on limited time. I don't get that. What else? Oh, any TV shows or movies, anything to do with Hollywood, I don't really get. It's cringy to me. Now anything you watch now, whether it's a sitcom or a movie, it's just all political, crowbarred into wokeness and all that kind of stuff, and the celebrities are cringy too. So I don't get that. A lot of people constantly listen to music. I know people who wake up in the morning and immediately hit that radio button and just loud music, 6 a.m., just blam, blam. I don't get that. Well, I like music. I just don't listen to a lot of it anymore. I don't know. I just don't have anything in common with it, most people. And I'm fine with it. I like it. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. Obviously, people think my life is weird. No social media. I don't have any kids. I'm alone a lot. I don't go to church. That probably bothers a lot of people. It's just a lot of things that I just don't relate to other people with. And then putting the fact that I have worked with animals a long time, a lot of my life, and you see all the shitty things people do to animals, that bugs me. If you see a stray animal, a human's behind that bugs me. Anytime you deal with another human being, whether it's business or an acquaintance or at work or whatever it is, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. You can't hire anybody to come to your house to any job without somehow trying to get ripped off. They're doing a bad job. They didn't show up. They overcharge you. Whatever it is, anytime you deal with another human being, it's not worth the hassle anymore. It's just not. Society's getting more and more closed off because now we can just stay at home and order stuff to our front door, which I don't do. I actually like grocery shopping. That's my favorite thing to do. But I get why all the polls and studies say that we've become more closed off more than ever before in society because our phones, our computers, and streaming services or whatever, and people can work from home now. If I had my way, I would never leave the house. I'd go to the grocery store. I wish I had enough money to never leave the house, never deal with other people again, and I'd be happy to pig and slop. Like really, I would love that. I just don't want to deal with other human beings. Now, obviously, I like my sister. We get along just fine. She's very similar, and she's getting more and more similar as she gets older. So we understand each other. She knows exactly how I feel because we were talking about this 2 days ago, and she's way more similar now than she was even a couple years ago when she had a couple friends, and she said it's always drama, and it is. anytime we deal with another human being, it's gonna head to drama somehow. 100% of the time, no, there's decent people, for sure. I have one of my customers, the dog Bentley. That lady, you could tell because I know her dad too, because her dad brings his dog once in a while to me too. So I know them very well. Two very decent people, so I know there's decent people out there, and that's not even the point. That's one of the points why I don't want to be around people because most people aren't decent anymore. But don't want to deal with people anymore. And it's not a big dramatic thing. It's not me depressed. The world's on fire. Everything sucks. I'm just happier to be alone. And I purposely fix my house up and my yard up the best I can. I don't make a lot of money. How I want it because I spend a ton of time here. And another thing, economic times are getting bad, so I try to hurry and get everything I want done. I'm never moving again. I spend a ton of time at my house or in my yard. And I could be happy like that and just be done. I don't want to deal with human beings. Anytime something breaks here, and I don't have like now I have a plumber I think is pretty good, a plumbing company. So I think they're pretty decent. But if I have an electrical problem, like, oh man, this is gonna be a whole nightmare. I'm gonna get the call. This is gonna suck. Because I know it's gonna be a nightmare. The person I come, are they gonna show up? Are they gonna overcharge me? Are they gonna be jerks? Are they gonna be? They're gonna suck somehow. It's almost a guarantee. Anything you do in life, it leads to a problem. That's one of the reasons why I stopped buying things. And also, the less you buy, the less you gotta work. And I'm not against work, but I definitely want to work less because another one of my beliefs is we're all going to die soon. We're all going to have cancer or some kind of, it's coming for us all. I mean, that's just a fact of life. And a lot of people don't want to hear that, but we all know that, but we don't want to hear it. And I'm not doom and gloom. Like I don't dwell on that. I don't really care about that. It's part of life. I'm fine with it. But I don't want to spend any time doing things that I don't want to do. Because life is a ton of things we don't want to do. Why would I add to that? Why would I add more people? Every new person you add to your life is going to be some kind of drama. It just is. And I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore. I hope this made sense. It's one of those just stream of conscious, just talking. And that's just how I feel. And another thing, when I was talking to my sister about how, I just, man, and she knows how I am. I mean, I've been a loner a lot of my life. But I've had friends and peppered in and stuff. But now it's a freeing feeling to know as I'm never going to get in another relationship. I'm just not. It's just not for me. I don't care about the sex thing. I'm done with that too. That's too much information. It's just true. I don't care about that at all. I'm 56. I'm over it. I'm not. You're going to die alone. I'll be happy as hell. I've always wanted to be alone. That's my favorite time. I don't want to make any new friends. Even if a nice person comes in my life, how you doing, brother? But I don't want a friendship. I just don't want it. I just want to stay home by myself. I absolutely love it. Again, it's not a depression thing. It's what I love, and it's very freeing to say that. Like I told my friend, no, I'm probably never gonna go eat out. I don't want to. I love being alone. And see, she calls herself an introvert. But she's always wanting to do something. She's always trying to find something to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the complete opposite of me. And a lot of people will even say they're introverts, so they like being alone. But their actions show otherwise. Again, nothing wrong with that. But for someone who truly wants to be alone, like me, I truly want to. With no depression, no anger, or, man, this world's terrible. I'm so lonely, but everybody sucks. I don't have that. I love being alone. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Can any relate to this? I don't know, but I hope someone can relate to it. And let me know in the comments if you feel the same. Or, yep, he's a loner weirdo. Am I going to be that old guy that screams for kids to get off my lawn? No, because I don't care who goes on my lawn. That doesn't bother me. Kids do play on my lawn sometimes. I'm on a corner lot, and they kick the ball. Sometimes it goes in my yard. I don't care. Yeah, but that's it. And it's even freeing making this video because I just own it now. Just like, man, it's not weird to be a loner. It's actually very enjoyable to be a loner. Love it, love it, love it. I get so excited. Oh man, like 4th of July is coming, right? And it's a 3-day weekend and whatever. Man, I'll go to Walmart. I'll give me some food. Maybe I'll bake me a cake, and I'll just be happy as hell watching my shows, watching my YouTube, whatever, just for 3 days. Now I'll probably work some of that in the 3 days. I'm sure I'll have Bentley watching her, but man, I'll be so happy. Like I'm not gonna be like kicking myself because everybody on social media. I don't have social media, but everybody on their Facebook is showing them at picnics and all that. That's another thing too. That's all fake. It's all fake. I don't buy any bit of it. I had Facebook, I don't know, 10 years ago, I can't remember. I only had it for a few months. And I would see posts from people who I know in real life are horrible in a relationship with each other. And they're acting like they're the best couple on the planet. Anyway, you guys know it's all fake. That's another thing. People are so fake. Everybody's fake. Let's just all just live our lives. Alright. I hope I see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.